Hi children, this is the maths activity for Thursday the 21st of May. Starting off with some mental work. This is your test yourself. 10 questions. They're a mixed bag here. If you can look at the operations signs, multiplication or addition, subtraction. So be careful with that, see if you can get 10 out of 10 and see how well you can do with your timing. So you do it under 1 minute or between 1 and 2 minutes. Okay. Then we're going to look at some addition column methods. Although if you look at the numbers carefully, maybe you can write the answers down fully. Sometimes the answer would be a 5-digit number. So if you're doing in columns, if you can put them into the right place value underneath each other in the columns, starting off with the units, the ones. So for this example, 8,686 plus 6,549. Add the 9 and the 6 ones makes 15. 5 goes down in the units, the 1 gets carried across. 8 tens, 4 tens and 1 10 makes 13 tens. Put the 3 down in the tens, carry the 100 over to the hundreds. 600 plus 500 plus 100 is 1200. Put the 2 in the hundreds, carry the 1000 over to the thousands. 8,000 plus 6,000 plus 1,000 carried over gives you 15,235. Okay, see how you can get on with these ones. There are 3 sheets. Do as many as you can, and the answers follow. In the main activity, we're going to know the angles in quadrilaterals. Yesterday we looked at angles in triangles. So we're going to identify the names of properties of quadrilaterals. We've done this earlier in the year. Going to identify the angles in types of quadrilaterals, investigate angles in types of quadrilaterals, and at the end see if we can use a protractor to measure angles in quadrilaterals or any shapes. So we're going to identify the 3 main ones, although there are more: acute, obtuse and right angle. And then there's a challenge in investigating to take that further. Alternatively, you can have a go at using a protractor in that bit stuck. So we've got 2 really good websites for you to follow. The first one is protractor work. It's like playing a game where you've got to read the angles and give the right answer. So it's a good game. And then the second one is estimate angles and use a protractor. There are several different games that you can choose from. Have a go, get really precise with your reading of angles using a protractor. Okay, so back to the work pack. We've got some learning reminders. Follow these ideas. Comparing and classifying quadrilaterals based on their properties. So here, these 2 quadrilaterals, the angles have been marked with A, O, or this symbol. So this represents a right angle, A represents acute, and O represents obtuse. Do you know the difference? What makes an obtuse angle obtuse? What does it have to be? What does an acute angle have to have? And there's another quadrilateral. Then see if you can make your own quadrilaterals and then mark the angles with A, O, or the symbol for right angle. On the PowerPoint slides, we're looking for right angles, acute angles and obtuse angles in shapes. So this quadrilateral has been marked. It's got 2 right angles. It's got 1 acute angle and 1 obtuse. Okay, so we've got some work on the whiteboard for you to do. We've got 4 angles in this quadrilateral, A, B, C, D. Which angles are acute? Is it A, B, C or D? And which angles are obtuse? A, B, C or D? You choose. Then with this one, I want you to imagine a pentagon that has to have 2 right angles, 1 acute angle and 2 obtuse angles. Can you picture it in your mind? And then you can draw it inside the box. Okay, and then here we have a little table. We've got columns, no acute angles, 1 acute angle, 2 acute angles and 3 acute angles. Are they all in the correct place in this table? Look carefully. Is there only 1 acute angle in that shape? Is there 2 there? And is there 3 acute angles in that type of quadrilateral? And then you can see if you can add your own shapes in these boxes. Okay, and we get on to the practice sheets. There's the mild sheet. You've got a selection of quadrilaterals and you fill in the boxes. So for that, number 1, number of acute angles, number of obtuse angles, what's the answer? And number of right angles. So which ones does that shape possess? If there are none, you put 0. There's 6 different shapes, and then for the hot sheet you've got another 6. Let's see if you can do both sheets. There's the answers. Right, and then for a bit stuck, alien attack, where you go back to that website and you can use protractors and you can record your work in these 2 columns in this table. Then we've got an investigation, quadrilaterals and their angles. Read through and you can record your work like so. And then for extension, if you have a protractor at home, see if you can measure these angles. So for the first page, they're all acute. How close to the answer can you get to? And then you've got another page with obtuse angles. And then introducing the 3rd type of angle, which is extending your understanding of angles, is reflex. And these are much wider. So if you look at this, it's the circle that you've got to measure, not the inside. So it's going to be more than 180 degrees. And then here you've got to measure a mixture. And then if you really like using the protractor, you can, on this page, you can draw the following angles: 21 degrees, 142, 256 degrees, 74 degrees, 184, 113, 9 degrees angle, and 338. Okay, and then you've got the answers. Remember, the answers can vary by 2 or 3 more than, or 2 or 3 less than the actual answer. Good luck.